Wait for it, and we are now live. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the Geek Battle Show here on the Geek Battle Gaming, and Extreme Improv YouTube channels. Now, unfortunately, I have a shirt that has a little bit of green. I've just been on the Slam Jam Wrestling show, and so I'm a little bit transparent today. I'm a little bit see-through. Can't deny it. Now, we're going to be discussing all kinds of things, including new Star Wars, new Marvel, and some video game stuff, all kinds of stuff, and so much more after the intro.
Welcome to the Geek Battle Zone. We discuss comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel versus DC, Skeletor, X-Men, and Ron Weasley. Judge David slams down the gavel. The cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream. Nerd rage as we assemble our Geek Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle party. We are the Justice League and our Batman is Marty. Say Hitler's a Tim as movies are greenlit. Every new movie, Dev's already seen it. Xbox, Star Wars, and Star Riders. He-Man, Star Trek, and David loves spiders. We battle as Marvel and Disney love Blink. And we try to crown the Geek of the Week. It's the Geek Battle Show. Welcome to the Geek Battleground, where we use the Force and the One Ring is found. Cap is wrong about Resident Evil 6. Everyone watch out, cause oh shit is thick. Gerald and Tim and Diz will try to win at the Geek Battle Quiz. David and Dave will confuse the crew as they dive in the TARDIS of Doctor Who. Watch out now, we're full of hot takes. Doc Courtney is garbage, but Red Dwarf is great. You love Sega, I love Nintendo, but in the Geek Battle, we are all friendos. Oh, it's a Geek Battle show. Oh, the Geek Battle show. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Geek Battle show.
And welcome to Geek Battle. So my name is David Pstansky, and this is Geek Battle. There should be some more joining me. I believe inside there will be, but either way, we're going to be discussing lots of stuff. So you can be discussing it with me. Let me know in the chat what is on your mind within the world of movies, TV shows, video games, and such like. And yeah, it'll be good to get into it all. Now, something I've just seen, I'm going to bring this up here for you to check out what I was seeing here. Apparently, there's like a new trailer or what have you for Toy Story. Toy Story 5, the first trailer has been released. Here comes Capel Fave!
Someone said Toy Story.
I did. The first trailer for Toy Story 5 has been released. I've got a tight schedule of shows, Cap. So with Slam Jam, with this, I have just gone live. I have believed in my heart that others would show up. So
you are summoning us.
Yes, Dev, I believe, is on his way. We'll see who else joins. But yeah, I was getting going. And so we can backpedal a little bit. But apparently here,
Toy Story is a good start. Toy Story is a good start.
Apparently, Woody is going to be bald because he is old now. But look, this is going to get. It was interesting to see. Last week we had on the Spider-Man Noir trailer, and not only did it mean that they took down Geek Battle, so you couldn't see it. I had to edit that portion of the show out so that you could actually watch it, even though I'd got the force field up. So being able to detect these force fields is getting more and more. So that's unfortunate. Yeah.
What are you doing, YouTube?
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying because other channels react to stuff, and I just don't know what the formula is to be able to.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it live, but so for my videos so far, now that I'm monetized, I do have to think about like a lot of the stuff. One of the things that I always say that audio is always the key. If you play audio, they will catch it. Or also, yeah.
But I was going to say,
And
but
also,
like,
yeah.
no, I was just going to say we haven't been. But go ahead.
Yeah. The other thing is playing it at a different speed. So if you fast forward it while you play those clips, that usually helps. And then sometimes if you put a filter on it, that also helps as well. But there's no guarantee.
Okay. Well, let's bring up a filter. Let's bring up a heavy filter. So, that's not a filter. That's the Geek of the Week sign, which I never remember to use. Okay.
I just noticed that when we become the Geek of the Week, there's Golem there welcoming us.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so this should be muted. So we've got Forky there. And there's a Mrs. Forky. And
oh no.
There's Jesse. Oh wait, yeah, because didn't like at the end of the last one, Woody stayed with Bo Peep?
Yeah, they're not together anymore.
Wow. Hey,
the saddest thing about the Toy Story 4 movie is not just Woody leaving, is that for me, like they turned Buzz into an idiot.
They after the first movie, I think they made Buzz pretty useless. He wasn't.
No, in the second film, he was the protagonist. He was the one who was searching for Woody. He was
but
like
they made him speak Spanish for half the film, didn't they?
No, that was 3. That was
was
3.
that 3? Was that 3?
Yeah. 2, he was the protagonist. So 1, he was the dumb idiot who thought himself as a space ranger, but then he comes to his senses later. In 2, someone kidnaps Woody, and he's the one who leads the mission to find Woody, and he was basically the protagonist in that film. In the third one, he was not stupid, but again, near the end, he does turn into Spanish-speaking Buzz.
Yeah. Okay. So hang on. This kid is now. What is the name of the girl that ends up with Woody's with
Bonnie? Bonnie.
Look at the lineup of toys she's got. She has got no new toys except for Andy's hand-me-downs.
That's the real reason, David. No one plays with toys anymore. One moment, my cat is annoying me. I do have to let him out. One moment, I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So she definitely has aged a bit, but yeah, she's still got Woody's Roundup toys, Buzz Lightyear. Oh my god, those other girls did not like that she'd got. Oh shit! What have I done? Go away. Right. Sorry, made that a bit too big.
I think this will be a very smart storyline, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be not that entertaining.
Oh, what? So Buzz is still out? Sorry, not Buzz. Woody is still out there, just like checking in on his side chick, and like, hang on, Jesse. Bo Peep is listening.
How is Woody the Woody? Okay, I make sense that why Jesse wants, but the Toy Story relationship is kind of weird because like the first time Buzz does his flying with style maneuver, Bo Peep says, "Oh, I found my moving buddy," and I was like, "Oh, what? You're with Woody?"
Yeah, hang on 1 second. Look, they've literally made a joke. This is like, this is triggering. Look, Woody is now bald. And they've made a joke that is beaming light so much onto them, it's blinding them.
Why does Buzz? Their friendship is actually the gluest thing ever. The biggest thing, like Buzz and Woody, is like the dynamic duo. But I think that went away after the third movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
for me, it's even sad to say this because like the Toy Story was a perfect trilogy and they should have just stopped. I know they did some specials, TV specials and things like that. That's fine, but like for me, it shouldn't continue on. In my opinion, like,
I agree. Although I'd even go a little bit further than that. I love the scene. It was such an emotional scene where they almost all faced their death in Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't like the idea. To me, they shouldn't look. Speaking about Resident Evil and the problem that Leon is getting old and stuff like this. Yeah. There is no reason why Buzz and Woody need to ever get old. They can be like the Simpsons, just the same age. Bugs Bunny doesn't get old.
that's the dilemma of the story that they proposed, right? In Toy Story, the whole thing, they're immortal, but their kids will grow up and they will get left behind. That has always been hinted upon since the first movie. The second movie is like the one that nails in. That's why, like, they say we'll just go and stay in a museum. But Woody gives it up, and then the final speech that he says, "Are you worried about Andy growing old?" And he's like,
Yeah.
I'll be happy that when it happens, and I'll always have my friend through infinity and beyond." And they had like
that's a really good point, Cap.
yeah, and I hate the fact that like the whole message is ruined. They should have just stopped at 3. Why greed? Why?
Yeah, it is just great. Like there might be some good stuff in this, but I'll be honest, it feels like, what are they still doing this for? I don't know why they're still doing this.
It's the weirdest thing with Disney that I always think they have like a catalog of movies that were really good, but they didn't do well when it came out. So it would be so great if they can, do sequels to those films, or they remake those films in a good way. But instead, they always do that cheap thing where we're gonna remake Aladdin. Why? Everyone loved the original anyways. Whatever you do is not gonna go down well.
It felt so weird when they came to that, because they'd like remade Cinderella, and they hadn't done Snow White. They hadn't done Snow White, but it suddenly went from them doing things that were like the Jungle Book, and it's like, oh, that was from the 1960s, to let's do things in living memory. Let's just take the Lion King and that's the height of it getting most ridiculous. Like for them doing Lion King and Aladdin, and obviously they did those before they then did The Little Mermaid, but they'd done Beauty and the Beast. It felt like, well, I remember these, so yeah. I remember these the first time round. Why have they skipped over so much?
And they were so beloved. And the problem is they were you remember it, but you know how good they were. So your expectation is like this. Like,
yeah.
For me,
but Moana, that's the most ridiculous. That isn't out yet, is it?
No, it's coming out this year, I think.
Moana remake. Because the original, was it like 2016?
Probably 2000.
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah,
and they're putting out in 2026.
It is the weirdest thing is like they also announced the Tangled remake, which is an older film, technically 2010 old, not really old, but 2010 old. Like, why is that not before more?
Like because of Dwayne. He wanted to be in it, and like he looked at it's like, give me a fake chest. Stat. Build me a fake chest immediately whilst I still can do this. No one else will be playing The Rock. Has to be.
I don't really get what are you going to do? The question is always like, I know that some people say if you're remaking a film, follow the original. I always say I don't think that's a good idea either, because that's gonna be like, what was the purpose of this remake anyways if you just do the same thing? If it's a really old film, I guess that would be good. But if it's something that is really new, if you just follow the animated film, there was no point. There's no kid looking at a cartoon going, I wish this was real life. No kid ever asks that.
Yeah, I agree.
This is so no. But let's think if Disney was like, let's make a live action movie of Atlantis, a film that nobody saw except for hardcore Disney freaks. And they would have been like, hey, that could be a good thing. Everyone would be like, I didn't know Disney did some sort of submarine epic. Oh, this would be cool to watch. And people would watch it because it's something new, but it's also kind of old.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. That there's so many Disney classics. Okay, hang on. Disney classics. What ones have they skipped over?
Black Cauldron.
Yeah, well,
that would have been so good.
Okay, so here's the list. So they've done Snow White, ruined it. They did Pinocchio. That wasn't. I didn't mind it. I don't think a lot of people liked it. I didn't mind it. Fantasia
I never
obviously
cared
wouldn't
for
work.
Pinocchio.
Dumbo, I don't think was very good. Or am I wrong? They haven't done Bambi.
Tim Burton. They are going to do Bambi. They announced it,
should do
actually. They're going to
Bambi.
do Bambi.
Yeah, they should do Bambi. That one, I have no idea what that
Another.
is.
Well, but with David, what do you think they're going to do with Bambi? It will be another Lion King with expressionless deer instead of lions.
No, didn't they learn on Mufasa that they gave them expressions?
It didn't help. It didn't help. I mean, it helped a little bit, but still, it didn't help.
I don't know what any of these films are. Fun and fancy free. Wow, it's just like a Mickey Mouse show, right? Okay. And then Cinderella they've done. Alice in Wonderland they haven't done.
They done. Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't count that. But that isn't a remake, is it? It's just a different version.
That is one of the coolest things I will say, because it didn't follow like the original. They did their own thing with it, and it was actually really good, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think they should I think they could actually do a Disney remake, but Peter Pan they've not done. Although there's other versions of Peter Pan. Lady and the Tramp they did do, and I didn't mind that with the real dogs.
No, I don't like Tramp being a small dog. Tramp should be a big dog.
Now, this is where they did Maleficent, right? Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, they
101
did
Dalmatians they've done, and they did Cruella. Sword in the Stone. Do people really want that?
Yeah, I think that would be like King Arthur. It's actually King Arthur. You don't need to remake the whole movie. You can just do a story of King Arthur and just call it Sword of the Stone Part 2 or Sword of the Stone alone, and let's do a King Arthur movie.
I get
one of the biggest crimes when it comes to Maleficent. When Maleficent 1 came out, I didn't really mind it. Because like they did a villain focused story, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, showing like mom's love over like true love's first. Then Philip, they didn't talk much, so I was like, that's fine. And then 2 came out, and Philip is in that movie, and here's the thing: if they have done this to any sort of prince, I'd be fine, because Sleeping Beauty Prince Philip is the original dragon slaying prince. If you remember the old film, he's like the first guy to actually save a princess by slaying a dragon. No other prince has done that in the story yet. He's the first guy who did it. That man's an absolute beast. And in the Maleficent movie, he has bupkis. He just proposes to Sleeping Beauty, and then his entire gimmick is him proposing a peace between Maleficent's dark fairy race, and he basically does nothing in that movie, and it just fumed me to bed, because like Philip was the dragon slaying prince, guys. Do something with him.
Okay, so look, you're up to like 1970. They could do an Aristocats, but I think they'd have to give that such a I don't think people look back on that so fondly. I think it's one that people have heard of but don't care about. Robin Hood, I think they'd need to change the characterization of almost all the characters.
I think it works. I think Robin Hood can still work. Because again, it's old, and you just need to update the animation. I feel like it will be a little bit harder to make it.
They've got these kind of old school posh voices.
That's the hardest thing to mimic, I say, in current day. I would say, but that has a charm to it.
No, I'd get rid of that. This is where I would honestly not mind them bringing in Star-Lord just to do a voice. just change it from the original. I don't mind if it's Chris Pratt again.
Yeah, but David, would you rather have like the Robin Hood, like you can't play scenes, you'll get copyright strike, but there's like scene with Robin Hood when he's about to be executed. Again, this is a fun Robin Hood fun film, but then suddenly it gets all tragic, and he's like with that posh British accent, he goes like, "I love you, Maid Marian, and I always will," and it's like, oh, like, why am I feeling towards this fun movie? It's like suddenly somber, and it is the accent, I would say. I think a lot of the stuff they just need to bring back. I prefer like if they do it like a very much classic medieval accenty things, because like there are some movies where you don't need to do that, but I much like to prefer some Shakespearean stuff. It's kind of fun to say
well,
that.
that's an interesting point of view, because to me, that on the Robin Hood one makes it feel really unaccessible to kids. And then another one that I feel similar about is The Great Mouse Detective. So, because they literally do an impression of Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that doesn't sound like a cartoon character to me.
Well, they had Winston Price in it, and that was the starring of that whole film. I would say him as a villain. I don't know why we forget his villain character, but Winston Price played Radican in that film, and it was just awesome. Dave loves it.
Vincent Price actually has an amazing voice, so I'll give you. Yeah, but that's different. That's a villain. So you always look at Scar, look at Hades. You want someone that's got like an interesting voice for the villain. But then when you've got someone that sounds like too upper class or too serious for a hero in a cartoon, I think I struggle with.
I think you can still do it. I think that's the problem, David. They've been doing underdog stories to death now that I'm annoyed of that. Like that's one of the things I actually hated when they made like Mufasa like an orphan underdog story. It's like, why? Why do you need to do that? He's voiced by James Earl Jones. His name literally means wise king. So just make him fucking bloody loyalty.
Okay, so that's a good point, because I haven't seen Mufasa. What does his voice sound like as a young lion?
Not James Earl Jones. It's voiced by a guy. It's a new actor.
Like as a teenager. Like this is the problem. It's like, Luke, I am your father. Like, what did he sound like? Did he come out of the womb sounding like that? How does someone develop that kind of voice?
Puzzling. Wait, how did Keith David sound in the Thing?
Keith David in the Thing?
Yeah, he's the last survivor.
Yeah. Like, why? What does his voice sound like now?
Because he also has like one of those, gravitas voices, and he has often portrayed cartoon characters with that like gravitas voice. And that Thing is the only film I remember him being young. So that's why I'm asking, like, how was his voice compared to his modern voice roles?
Well, yeah, no, in the Thing, he's great. I think that was his movie debut as well. In the Thing and They Live, they're the main two things I know him from. What's he done recently? What else has he done? Like
animated shows.
Really?
Animated shows, basically. He just has a repertoire. He played Spawn, a lot of video games, and also a lot of cartoons like Gargoyles. And there was one other cartoon that's also pretty famous. He was also in Community, a lot of TV and also movies. He's just been like a character actor, weirdly, with like one of the greatest voices ever.
Yeah. Okay, what other actors have got great voices like that? Because I can't. James Earl Jones obviously is Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Like they are the two voiceover champions of existence.
Although I would say Morgan Freeman is a bit more different than James Earl. So like James Earl Jones' voice is more like, the gravitas voice. Like that's the man's voice.
Oh yeah, okay. So
like, if you hear that, you're like,
Morgan Freeman is like that knowledgeable, wise.
Yeah.
Okay, but who else has got the great voice? Okay, so who's got gravitas then?
Yeah, Keith David does, and then Jensen Ackles is a modern example. The other one I would say maybe Benedict Cumberbatch, because he did voice Smaug.
Yeah. No, I would say his voice has got gravitas. I'll ask AI, see what he comes up with.
Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne also has a good gravitas.
Do you know what? I've watched 2 films in the last week with on the strength that Lawrence Fishburne was in both of them. And they were both terrible films. And he was barely in either of them. I think Lawrence Fishburne is in the phase of his career where he's like, Yeah, you can put me into that movie because it'll get it greenlit. So they've got like a name star in it. I'm only going to turn up for 3 days on set because twice,
Yeah.
2 days in a row. I'd literally need to look them up to tell you what they are. Lawrence Fishburne. I'll tell you what these films are because they are both definitely recent ones that he's done. And he turns up, he does his thing. His acting's still good, but it's like, but the films were terrible. One of them was called The Astronaut. Have you seen it? I think it's Kate Mara.
Yeah.
And then oh god, he's got a whole page of acting credits. Let's have a look.
He was in The Witcher. He was in the terrible season of The Witcher as Regis, and everyone's like, "What the heck?"
Okay.
Here's the thing. Lawrence Fishburne is a great actor, but the character they gave him was Regis, and I was like, "Huh? I get the voice, but the look doesn't fit a vampire at all."
Yeah.
He's
okay.
like the Regis in the. Yeah, there you go.
No,
Regis in the Witcher games is like a very slender person with like a front bald head because he's been off blood for years, but he has that wise voice to him, but not in the sense gravitas, but wise voice to him. But when they put Lawrence Fishburne with like a hairdo, and I was like, "What the heck are you doing, Witcher?"
Oh, Grok was unable to reply. This is why I should use Copilot. Okay, but anyway, so very quickly, whilst I try to get AI to tell me some actors with gravitas. So these are 2 films I saw this week. The Astronaut. So Kate Mara, Lawrence Fishburne. I'm like, okay, sign me up. Let's see what this is going to be like. And do you mind a spoiler for this? This is a film that is not worth watching. Okay, good. So
yeah, I don't care anyways.
The beginning of this film, she is an astronaut and she has crash landed back to Earth, and there is a hole in the side of her like shuttle in the pod that she's come down in, and her mask is like damaged, and it's like she's barely alive and she's in hospital. And then when she's in hospital, there's like a pen or something, and she points at it and it floats on its own, and that doesn't.
Oh no, I can't hear you, David.
Sorry. As I put that down the pen, so I knocked the mic. And then throughout the rest of the film, she's sent to like a place to be away from the press to recover from, because she had a crash landing. And her stepdad is Lawrence Fishburne, and he shows her that there's like a safe room in this apartment, and she's there on her own. But at night she hears noises, and it's like the aliens. She sees monsters on camera, and then at the end, it turns out that she is an alien, and she's got this weird bruising, and she just turns into this weird mutant alien. And her and her fella who are separated, they've got an adopted daughter. And Lawrence Fishburne, because obviously Kate Mara is a white woman, like he adopted her, right? And she adopted someone, and then she turns into this 4-legged creature with like nice cute eyes to show that they're not hostile, and she flies off when Lawrence Fishburne just wants to like capture the aliens. And then her husband and her daughter just look up as she flies off into space. It's like she's going to a better life now. All I could think was that one, Lawrence Fishburne only did this movie to get a paycheck, and 2, her husband was banging an alien for the last 5 years. It was a terrible film. And then, Kat,
hey, David, it worked for Avatar. It worked for Avatar.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just like interspecial, whatever. Here comes Dave MC. Dave!
Hello, humans.
Hello. Oh, do you know what? That is very apt. I was just saying about a terrible Kate Mara, Lawrence Fishburne film about aliens.
Was that The Astronaut?
Have you seen it?
Wait, that movie?
Yeah.
No. I just heard you guys talking about it.
It is dog shit. Right. Okay. So we were talking about actors with great gravitas in their voice. And Lawrence Fishburne came up, and I said that in the last week I've seen 2 films on the strength that Lawrence Fishburne was in both. Because I'm like, yeah, Morpheus, baby, let's go. And they were both terrible. The second one was called Cellar Door. So this time you've got Jordana.
Wait. Say the name. Say the name.
Sell a door.
Sell it. Okay.
Not
What did you
sell
think?
a door. It's not about a door being for sale.
It's like, good evening, sir. Are you tired of the same door you have? Try my new door. I have
you
this
like to
new
buy a
door.
door?
It opens sideways.
No. I saw the movie Tolkien, and there's like a big talking like him inventing languages, and like the word just Celador, he made up a word, and they were discussing. I was like, did someone look at that scene and they made a movie out of it? So that's why I was like confirming it.
Celador, right?
Maybe that's the name of the tavern. The tavern in I've got my brand on.
This is another film
Celador.
which isn't worth watching. I'm going to give an unfortunate spoiler, but I'll try to avoid like the big twist. Maybe I won't. Right, but anyway, so this couple, Jordana Brewster and Scott Speedman, I don't know who he is. She was in The Faculty. That's where I know her from. But then she was in the Fast and Furious movies. They're trying to have a kid. She has a miscarriage. And there's like, there's problems in their relationship. He's having an affair. And then there's like, we need to buy a new house together and have a fresh start. And they end up going to this house where Lawrence Fishburne sells houses. And he's like, oh, it's been so nice of you to come here. I've only just met you. You must spend the night. Right? And so then they spend the night and they're literally porking in this spare bedroom. And I'm like, Lawrence Fishburne is definitely filming them. What is going on here? What is this going to be about?
He's narrating the whole event. He's narrating the whole event.
Now we see you are the one. Right.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne, what are you doing?
She's starting to believe.
Great narration.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But anyway, so they get up in the morning, they go downstairs, and they're like, Lawrence, where are you? Whatever his character is called. And they find a note which he narrates with his great gravitas voice. And he's like,
never before have I met a couple so enchanting. And I saw how much you love this house. You can have it.
Right? He gives them his house. And it's a mansion. But on the condition that you must never open the cellar door. If you do, the contract will be broken. And
you will find the tapes. You will find the tapes.
What? I was like, and again, at this point, I was like, he's whacking off down in the cellar, watching them through his cameras. That's definitely what this story is. And so then, spoiler, Lawrence Fishburne just isn't in the film again, ever, at all. He's in one scene where he's like, so you're looking to buy a new house. You should spend the night. Then it's just narration. I'm giving you my house. Don't open the basement door. And so throughout the rest of the film, it turns out, like I said, he was having an affair. The husband was. Mm-hmm. And he's going to, this woman, the side chick is going to ruin the marriage. And suddenly the side chick goes missing. And then at the end, it turns out that she turned up at the house and Jordana Brewster killed her and put her in the cellar because they tunneled into it in some other way. But you never found out why Lawrence Fishburne didn't want them to go into the basement. So she used the basement for some purpose, but you never found out what his reason was, except in one scene after they've just moved in and they're having a little gathering. In the garden, there is just a guy holding like a canister of petrol, of gasoline. And the dude is like, oh, I'll go speak to him. You got to move along, guy. Go along, go. And then he speaks to him later and he's saying about, just the question of what's in the basement. It gets at you. So now you need to burn it down. And it's like, but why? You never find out what Lawrence Fishburne had got in the basement. It was a terrible film.
Well,
here's the thing, Dan.
No, just by that premise alone, it's just bloody awful. It just sounds awful.
Yeah. Now,
I tell you about like she putting the body inside the cellar door, and Lawrence Fishburne is there taking naps. Huh? Damn, they open the door.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You weren't supposed to come down here. Shit.
The other thing I would have done, if someone gave me a mansion and they said, but you must never open the door, I'd just be like, Dave, Cap, why don't you open that door and see what's down there?
Yeah.
And then when I find out,
technically you did
I didn't open it. Wasn't me.
Yeah.
Well, what if we open it and we just find past Extreme Improv members? Like, what the fuck? We found Shaggy.
Yeah.
And David goes, in you go, and then shoves it.
You two go in there now.
Yeah.
I'll bring you up for Revenge of the Werewolf. Gone. He's not coming back.
Do you remember Goosebumps though? Had a story called it came from the basement or whatever. Or don't go in the basement.
Yeah, don't go in the basement.
Yeah, right. So I thought it was going to be something like this, but there was going to be something cool down there. But Lawrence Fishburne had no purpose for this basement ever. It was pointless.
The most interesting thing about that basement that it was belonged to Lawrence Fishburne. That's pretty much it. That's the interesting thing about that basement.
Yeah, I agree.
He's like, I'm Lawrence Fishburne, bitch. Aren't you excited about the cellar that I have? That's all you need. That's the mystery you need.
Coming back to our question that led to this, though.
What was the question?
Gravitas.
What actors have got really good gravitas in their voice?
I also
James Earl
going to
Jones.
throw in.
Yeah, James Earl Jones is the ultimate one.
Yeah.
We have James Earl Jones, Lawrence Fishburne, Keith David, and Jensen Ackles, modern example. And also, I'm going to throw in the guy who voiced Optimus Prime.
Oh, Optimus Prime does. 100%.
Optimus Prime. Morgan Freeman?
Well, that's what I said.
No, that's more of a. That's more of a wise. He's more like David Attenborough is the guy who does your animal documentaries, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
I was just thinking Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart is one.
Who's Patrick Stewart?
Star Trek.
What the fuck?
Charles Xavier.
Yeah, Captain Picard.
Okay.
So, yeah, any of these Shakespearean actors. You shall not. Ian McKellen.
Yep.
Who else has got
McKellen.
I think Jacoby does.
The guy from Lord of the Rings, Elrond.
Sam, what's his face? Sam Worthing?
No,
that's not.
I don't know his name. But...
Shit! I know who you're talking about though. God. So no, that's his daughter. Weaving.
Oh, Hugo Weaving.
Hugo Weaving. That's it.
Red Skull.
I was trying to think. What was his daughter's name?
Okay, so when I've looked up the list that AI Copilot suggests, it says James Earl Jones. It then lists Morgan Freeman, and it says warm authority. Oh yeah, he is the voice of God. He is God in films and the president. I think it is gravitas, but you're right. It's not booming. It is warm authority.
It's not the. Yeah. It's not the boom when Mufasa says like that. It's not a challenge. That's like, that's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, boy.
Okay, so listen to this. Okay. James Earl Jones, the gold standard, monumental, calm, thunderous. Morgan Freeman, warm authority, the voice of God for a reason. Patrick Stewart, Shakespearean precision with weight and clarity. Ian McKellen, commanding, textured, dignified. Christopher Lee is a good one. Aristocratic, menace, and depth. Alan Rickman. Oh, yeah. Christopher Lee, Dracula.
Yeah, Dracula.
Ooh. Yeah, Saruman.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Saruman, yeah.
Aristocratic, menace, and depth. Alan Rickman, slow, deliberate, velvety gravitas.
That's not gravitas. Alan Rickman is
how dare you? That's not gravitas. That is gravitas.
I think Alan Rickman.
You're not going to listen to. You're not going to listen to Snape looking at. I'm going to beat the shit out of you, and you go like, I'm going to beat the ever living, and you're like, dude, get on with it, finish your threat.
If you're using Harry Potter as a reference to make that not a thing, you're wrong.
Yeah, look, there's a lot.
I've only seen him in Harry Potter, and also what is the other one? Love Actually.
Die Hard.
That's
Love Actually. Okay, so he's the sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Judge Turpin is Sweeney Todd. Yeah.
In Galaxy Quest, the whole point in Galaxy Quest is he is like the Shakespearean actor doing a Star Trek style show.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
My
Liam Neeson.
grandfather, you shall not, or something
You
like
shall
that.
be
I will have
avenged.
my revenge.
Right.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson, quiet intensity with a gravelly undertone. Samuel L. Jackson,
Leonardo.
forceful, rhythmic, unmistakably authoritative.
Mhm.
And then it doesn't give well, let's just bring it up actually, because you can see what pops up that stands out to you. So the deep resonant baritones, Ving Rhames, Keith David,
Yeah.
Lance Reddick, I don't know who that is. Clancy Brown, I don't know who that is.
I know Lance Reddick.
Ron Perlman has got
I
a
know
great voice. Do you know who Ron Perlman is?
Ron
Hellboy.
Perlman.
Hellboy. So the guy that was in the Hellboy movies. And he also
Oh,
was
yeah.
in the old 1980s Beauty and the Beast show.
Yep.
I can't
There's
pronounce
also,
it.
Was he the beauty?
Oh my god, Michael Clark Duncan. Have you seen
Who?
The Green Mile? He played John Coffey in The Green Mile. He was also he was Kingpin, I believe, in Daredevil with the Ben Affleck one, right?
Yep. He for animation's sake. Do you remember like Kung Fu Panda? He was one of the rhinos.
Oh yeah. I do know him. Again, like the Daredevil example is also a good one. He was in a lot of cartoons as well. He voiced a lot of cartoon characters with like
Yeah,
strong
absolutely.
voices.
Oh,
Again, it has a very like all of these actors have like a very strong voice actor presence in like in animated movies as well.
Yeah.
Forrest
Whitaker,
the other
does
one
he have
this
a really good voice.
Who?
I wouldn't know. Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker. He went to the same drama school as me, but he was in Panic. Well, I say that he went to the American branch of it at the time.
Yeah. There we
He
go.
was in Panic Room. Oh God, was it The Last King of Scotland and stuff like this? No, you'd recognize him. Oh, let's bring it up. Right, so
Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe also has gravitas.
I can't take Russell Crowe seriously.
Well, after
less miserable.
Okay, look, you recognize Forrest Whitaker, right? Oh my God, have you seen Taken 3? He's like he plays the cop.
He doesn't have a. He does.
He's playing a cop hunting Liam Neeson in Taken 3. Maybe it's Taken 2, but in Taken, no, it's definitely Taken 3. The first Taken film, if you haven't seen it, fantastic. The second one, there is so many rapid cuts just so they don't have to show the extreme violence. But the third one is just terrible. And in the third one, Forrest Whitaker is hunting Liam Neeson. And in every scene, he's got a different cop quirk. So one time he's got like a toothpick. Another time he's playing like with an elastic band. And another time he's got like a yo. In every scene, he's got something different that he's doing. It was really bizarre. Really, really bizarre.
Yeah, but
I just imagine like we're in the far future, like sort of that, and now we now return you to Taken adoption. It's just hi, I'm with Child Protective Services. Your kids keep getting taken by all these gangsters, so we're going to take them to somewhere safe. So just going out to get Child Protective Services because he can't protect.
I would say he doesn't have a strong gravitas voice though. He doesn't.
Liam Neeson.
No, not Liam Neeson. The guy who's playing with different stuff in every sort of movie scene that he was in, like the cop. Yeah. Because his voice is more graggly. It's not really commanding. It comes. Oh, I know him in the Phone Booth. I think that's the movie that.
Forrest Whitaker?
Partner.
Yes,
yeah.
That 100%. I don't think his voice is quite gravitas in the same way.
I'd have to hear his voice.
Would you say Anthony Hopkins is? Is Anthony Hopkins on this list?
I didn't see it.
Anthony Hopkins, yeah. I think Anthony Hopkins worked. He was Odin.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Hannibal Lecter.
When you said, but Cannibal is a more of a not less authoritative character. He's more of like a
intelligent.
Come closer, Carice.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Josh Brolin. Odin is definitely.
I definitely say J.K. Simmons definitely like not using him in Invincible because his Omni-Man is good, but I prefer his voice in Baldur's Gate 3 playing.
Okay.
No. Baldur's Gate 3, where he plays General Thorm, is very, very, very sinister. In that one, he's like
Omni-Man
very
also
sinister,
works.
very good.
I'll
I'll take me wrong, he's good as Omni-Man, but when I heard him as General Thorm, Ketherick Thorm,
Oh, it's got some women here.
pretty good.
Kate Blanchett, Tilda
Yeah.
Swinton. Hugh Laurie when he does an American voice. Hugh Laurie when he's playing Dr. House. But Hugh Laurie when he's being himself, I don't think is quite the gravitas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not Dr. House doesn't have gravitas either, but Kelsey Grammer does. Kelsey Grammer is the OG narrator voice.
Is he on this list?
Yeah. He's not.
No,
he's
no.
Okay, look at it. Orson Welles, Charlton Heston, Laurence Olivier, Peter O'Toole. Obviously. Oh my God, Peter O'Toole. I'm 99% certain, unless I'm remembering this wrong. He is in the old, like 1980s Supergirl movie, right? I'm sure it's Peter O'Toole, and he's like in the Phantom Zone with Supergirl, and she's like, "I can't do it." And he's like, "You can!" And it's got. I love that line. I don't know if I can. I'll have to find it and send it to you. But she's like, "You can!" And it's got like this great gravitas. Like I can't deny that.
Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons, who's also not on this list.
Yeah, that's on the list. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a great voice.
Oh, he's in.
I think the only reason Pedro Pascal's there is because he's done everything.
Oscar Isaac, Idris Elba's got a good voice.
Yeah, won't deny that.
Bring his there.
Oh my God!
I don't know how you pronounce his name. Mads Mikkelsen does.
Giancarlo Esposito.
That is Gus Fring, isn't it? From Breaking Bad. You know, he was in The Mandalorian, like the one with the.
Yeah. I know who you're talking. I know you're talking about that. That's not gravitas. That's not gravitas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say. Actually, yeah, I'd say Breaking Bad. Yeah,
I would say is
in The Boys. Yeah,
I've seen him
play the CEO in The Boys as well.
I remember him from that. It's like, we are a pharmaceutical company. Again, more intelligible, more than, you know.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair point as well. Voiceover legends. Who's Optimus Prime?
Peter
Inner World. Whoever that is. You know who that is just where it says Inner World. He is the voiceover guy, isn't he? Okay, yeah, he's up there with James L. Jones, that voice.
Wait,
can't think who Frank Welker is. Or any of these others.
Frank Welker.
Oh, Tony Todd. Oh my God, Tony Todd.
I know Frank Welker. Hang on. Let me just double check I'm right.
Yeah.
He's Rico. He's Rico, I think.
No,
he's
but
Rico.
Tony Todd in the Final Destination movies is like the mortician that knows about everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's got a voice.
Just briefly quick. Where is it? Fuck. And so Jekyll, Bailey's comments, Wonder
Other,
Dog.
I would say... can you consider who's that guy? Damn it! Why is this Michael Douglas? Can you consider that Michael Douglas? Is that a gravitas?
No, I don't think it is. Because Michael Douglas, he's higher. I don't know. He's higher register to me.
Although, okay, here's the thing here. You know that Morgan Freeman has more like a narrator wise voice, right? That also applies to Val Kilmer because he voiced God in Prince of Egypt, and that was superb. I didn't even know that was Val Kilmer. Then someone pointed out God was voiced by Val Kilmer. I was like, what? That's his voice.
Okay, hang on. Now the last category it's got here: women with immense vocal authority. Because the only other women on there, it said Tilda Swinton and Kate Blanchett. But it's got
Kate Blanchett's
women. So Viola Davis,
Yep.
Imelda Staunton. I've literally seen her live. I can't remember her voice being absolutely commanding. Glenn Close. Is Sigourney Weaver's voice commanding? Firm.
Maybe.
I don't know who some of these are. Angela Bassett.
Who were you in this? Oh, you were Frank Welker. Yes. I see who he is. I was right. He was Megatron in Transformers.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh yeah, he did a lot of grouchy voices actually. He was also Rico, I think, in Penguins of Madagascar.
And Shaggy. He was
What?
Shaggy.
Oh, in my basement, he was in Extreme.
Yeah, he's the one in your basement, David. Yeah, it was Shaggy and Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Which cartoon?
Well, I see. Hang on, let me see. A lot of Scooby Doo's here. Hang on, quite a few of them. Hang on.
How was he Shaggy?
Oh no,
Like,
no,
Shaggy
sorry, I lie. Sorry, I lie.
Yeah.
I lie. He was Fred.
Yeah. That
Oh wait.
that makes sense.
Fred in Scooby Doo.
Yeah, Fred Jones in Scooby Doo.
Oh wait, is he the guy that
Fred's
does?
also
Is he in Futurama as Nibbler?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so Nibbler in Futurama. Do you know who I mean by this?
Yes, I know who you're talking
He's got
about.
the best. He has got the best voice in the world. So
He has, doesn't he?
before Family Guy did the little baby Susie is voiced by Patrick Stewart. You had in the first half a dozen episodes of Futurama, you had this little alien, and it would poop, and its poo would be like starship fuel, and the voice it would make would be like that kind of thing. And then suddenly, in one episode, you suddenly see that people like Leela follows it. It's like, where's Nibbler disappearing to? And it turns out he's from a secret race of aliens that are to save the universe. And suddenly he speaks like this: I am here to save you all. And it's just like this amazing voice. So yeah, I second that one.
Okay, so one that does not have commanding authoritative gravitas, but it's definitely a good character voice. Is that none of you have seen Seinfeld, so Rob is probably the only one who recognizes Jay Peterman from Seinfeld, but his voice is so good. Like it's American who says a British accent, more like Kelsey Grammer, but it's so good. It's so good. Jay Peterman in
someone talk
Seinfeld.
about Seinfeld, I'm actually going to eat my shoes.
You don't like Seinfeld?
Rob.
No, I'm just fed up of hearing about it.
Never seen it.
Heard about it all these years that it gets spoke about it. I've never once had the inclination to go and check it out.
No, I haven't either. It's like,
Then.
no, I had a mate yonks ago. He just went every day of his life. He went, "Hey, in this episode of Seinfeld," I'm like, please shut up. I have a million other things to think about.
So here's something that we
Rob?
can think about here. Now I'm going to bring up the harsh Dave. Last week, the Spider-Man Noir trailer got the show completely taken down. I had to edit it out.
No way.
So here is the harsh trailer. We'll see what happens this week.
Oh, this
is
yay!
Mandalorian and Grogu. Let's check out what we think of this for however much of it we can see. Something I think that's a bit dodgy about this, though, is how many people just haven't watched the Disney Plus TV show. And they're just going to be like, "Oh, I've heard of this. So this is the Baby Yoda movie."
Yeah.
Oh, it's Yoda and Boba Fett, and that's
They're
it.
Going to be like, what?
Long live the Empire.
You guys. This whole movie benches
Sigourney
on like
Weaver
Baby Yoda marketing.
Yeah.
I wonder if Grogu will speak in it. Did he ever speak in the show? I don't think
he never spoke in the show.
No.
It was.
They need to give him a proper Yoda voice. Oh, we got
probably take him a time.
Yeah,
it'll probably take
we had to have
200 years.
Okay, so because I noticed they brought another bounty hunter who was in the Clone Wars as well. They already brought Cad Bane back in Book of Boba Fett, and now they brought this guy in from Clone Wars.
Did they? Who is a character that they? Whoa, was that a really hench?
That's a really hench hut.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. That is insane.
I've been hitting the gym.
Yeah.
I am Arnold the Hut. Get down.
Okay, look, he's not wearing his helmet in most of these scenes.
Yeah. This is the way. I won't take my helmet off.
That Disney can't. Well, do you remember the Book of Boba Fett? He never had his helmet on. He almost never had the helmet on, and it's the same. Obviously, with like Marvel, they take the helmet off of Thor. They take the helmet mask thing off of Captain America. They want to show the actors.
Well,
you can understand.
I mean,
but it breaks the lore of
Thor,
the character.
I don't mind. Thor, I don't mind much because his helmet does just on top of the head. It doesn't really cover his face or anything like that. And it's not that really cool or bad to that identity. But Mandalorian helmet is cool and it has a mystique to it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's the creed. It's the creed that he follows. Exactly. So how are we supposed to feel about it when it said, "Oh, I follow this creed. I never take my helmet off whatsoever," and then he immediately takes it off.
Well, yeah, exactly. It would just be like if they did a vampire film and it's just like, oh, he just goes out in the day now. It's just like it would completely break the backstory and history of the characters.
I'll give Mandalorian some credit. Like the first season where they showed a shot of him when he got the food given to him and he watched the kid in the playground. When he took his helmet off, we didn't see his face. I mean, yes, we know it's Pedro Pascal kind of under the helmet. But the way they cleverly did it and how it was shot worked. And it wasn't until like the end of the season where they said that when the droids, the assassin droid said, I'm not a face. Like you can take it off in front of me. We still should not have seen it. Like we should not have seen it.
Yeah.
You're saying it should have been like Master Chief. You're saying it should have been like Master Chief. Every time he takes off his helmet, the camera cuts away to something else.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. Like because immerse us in the world of Mando that he can't take his helmet off, so we can't see his face either. And then that gives the reveal for season 2 when Grogu takes the helmet off. When he takes the helmet off for Grogu, there's much more weight and impact to it.
Well, so okay, I'll tell you what. If they, because that made sense when they did it in that point with Grogu.
Yeah.
If they were going to then say, well, this is the movie. It should have been a big thing at the end of the movie, and that's it. And if there's going to be some final fight or something where he takes his mask off, whatever. But if they were wanted to tease it in the trailer, it literally should have just been that he's down on the ground and someone goes to remove it and we don't see.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
They're banking on people watching this trailer and go, Mr. Fantastic's in it. I loved that last. No, it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's like Mandalorians take their helmets off pretty much 99% of the time. But then if you've got these ones that follow the way and have a creed, follow it to the fucking letter. Don't world break it for us.
Yeah.
I would say that David, I know one girl who would watch a damn anything for Pedro Pascal, but like that's the only person I can think of. Oh, it's Pedro Pascal. She's the only one I could name, but other than that, I don't know. If these fans exist, they could be. I don't know because I know one.
So talking like the trailer, I liked the look of it, but I feel like since we haven't had like this is going to be like the first Star Wars movie that we've had since the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
and I feel like I liked it. But I felt no hype for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it died. So here's the thing. First season comes out. Second season comes out where he gives up Grogu. Then it should have been a movie. But they didn't.
Is that him in a pool?
It should have just been at the end of it. Takes it off. And it's just... So go on, you were saying.
Yeah, so they did first season, I think, which was brilliant. Second season, he gives up Grogu. Third should have been the movie, but instead they didn't do it. They did the Book of Boba Fett, and they also did the season as well. I already lost interest by that point because I didn't really care afterwards.
Sorry. When you say Book of Boba Fett, do you mean Mando 0.5?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's just
that show killed my interest in season 3, basically.
Yeah. Because they undid everything in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
it killed everything that they built by Mandalorian. Just again, like I hated Boba Fett a lot because like in that series, someone tries to kill him. He doesn't beat them, but somehow his followers come and save him. And he's like, no hard feelings. It's just business. What? Yeah, that guy, Dave. He lost all cool.
It's my Boba Fett.
Yeah. Well, okay, isn't it so weird that Star Wars and Marvel Funkos have to be bobbleheads, otherwise they couldn't sell them?
Well, not all of them are, but because the Disney one I've got for Captain Hook doesn't have a bobblehead.
No. Captain Hook is I mean Star Wars and Marvel Funkos have to be bobbleheads. Did you know this?
That's the way.
Shit!
Like
no. Now that you've said that,
yeah.
Oh shit!
I think there are one or two exceptions where they're very specific characters where you can't kind of make them a bobblehead, like BB-8 or something, maybe, right? But otherwise, the reason is that they like had got license agreements with other toy makers, where it's like these count as action figures, but bobbleheads it's like that weird situation where Doritos don't count as crisps or potato chips because they're corn snacks. Have you heard about that one? There's like some weird like exceptions in like big brands where they have to do weird stuff to get away with. But anyway, I digress.
There's a leak. Recently, I watched a stand, which I'm not gonna repeat here because there's a stand-up video I thought. Which was really funny. It's like technically, well, I don't even shouldn't say this. I'll say this after the show, actually, but it's really funny. But it's also a law technicality, which is really funny in a real world scenario.
Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to get people's reactions on here, just very quickly.
So
first of all, Cap, I need to get your reaction to these pictures of Brendan Fraser. Just to see how you feel about your hero.
Nah, what the
fuck? Was there a delayed reaction on that?
There was. I thought it froze for a moment, but the reaction still came through on time.
What? Oh my god! What did they do to my boy?
Dwight Eisenhower. So they've made him just kind of look, I guess, what they can.
What's the betting that would just be Rick in this new Mummy film that they've got coming out?
Yeah, there you go.
Put a wig on.
No, don't put a wig on. Look at the baldness. Watch the shine.
Yeah.
Ah!
My eyes. Is it the nukes going off? No, it's just Dr. Eisenhower. He's just come around the corner. Ding.
Okay, and then
you don't know this. We watched the Toy Story trailer, and then Woody's now bald.
Oh yeah, this is what I mean.
Oh no, I just don't say it. Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
What?
I haven't seen it yet. The trailer for Toy Story 5.
Doing.
What the fuck is
right.
He's balding. Look at this. Why is he wearing a cape?
Well,
or is it supposed to be like a Red Dead poncho that he's wearing?
Yeah, it is. It literally is.
He just found He just found a snot rag somewhere and was just like, you know what? I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna look cool. What's that stain on there? We don't ask about the stain.
Oh dear.
Dear,
everyone's going bald.
You'll be going bald soon, Cap.
See, like I literally do not have hair. I wish I did, but I don't. So,
it's the weirdest thing, David. You have told us this repeatedly, but I always picture you with hair. Like if I remove the helmet, and mental image in my head is with you with hair.
I always picture him taller, but he's not.
Yeah, but no, this is where I'll take my shots at Woody and Brendan Fraser because now I'm in the club where I'm allowed to. Like, this is
suddenly. suddenly all the bald actors seems to be the coolest people around. Vin Diesel,
No,
The Rock,
like-
yeah.
You freak, right?
Yeah, you've seen
enjoying
Vin
this
Diesel. You love The Rock.
Yeah.
Now see Bald Woody.
Bald Woody. Now, something else though. No, go on. What you go? What?
I was going to say that should be someone's stage name.
Bald Woody.
Bald Woody. Now starring Bald Woody.
Now, this is from a Spider-Man Superman comic crossover.
What the fuck?
Now, my biggest thought is, why does Superman need Spider-Man at all? He doesn't. But
Yeah,
this
he
is a
doesn't.
genuine thing.
I mean, it could have been a crossover event, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
they did a crossover event a couple of days ago, like
Yeah.
a massive
Yeah.
crossover event with the Absolute series that DC's been doing.
Yeah, there you go. This is
yeah.
Green Arrow right here. Oh yeah, so I was going to say about this. The writer's name is Pornsack. That's an unfortunate.
That's
isn't it?
probably not how you say it.
His name is Pornsack.
You're
Hey, what you got there? Oh, it's just my porn sack. You know what I mean?
Pornsack penis shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah,
The-
so the Absolute, like they did in the Absolute ones, they had Homelander versus Superman,
Oh wow.
and
Who won
they
that?
did what
Doesn't-
they. Pardon?
Who won?
No, doesn't Superman just stomp him?
Would you like to know who won?
Yeah.
If you say Homelander, I'm
Nobody.
gonna yell bullshit.
Nobody.
Why?
So okay, so the reason they did it is because the whole world is falling apart, and the only way that they can fix it
Okay.
is if they create enough energy fighting other superheroes to charge the world builder's hammer, the world forger's hammer. So they send all the heroes that are alive to fight these different beings. So you got like Wonder Woman fighting Red Sonja, you got the Joker fighting Annabelle. All these different characters. You got Superman and Homelander. So
Wait, Annabelle the doll.
Annabelle the doll. I am not. This, trust me, this is too stupid to make up. So Superman goes into the world of the boys and he finds Homelander and they start fighting. Superman does make a clarification that Homelander's heat vision is as strong as his, but just before Homelander can beat up Superman, they send all these heroes back. Like the World Forger sends them back, and Homelander goes, "No, I want to kick this Boy Scout's fucking ass," and then he's gone. So there's no clarification as to who would have won that fight, but they did fight.
This is the David Crosswayne Superman. This is the freaking David Crosswayne Superman who gets his ass handed down in every fight. That's why he couldn't stomp. If this
Because Homelander
Yeah.
did punch him, but then Superman just uppercutted him from underground and kind of made him bleed.
yeah,
So
because like, Superman's
I think
instinct,
the two can go toe to toe with each other, but I was more interested in the fact that the Joker was fighting Annabelle.
to be fair, that's a much more of an interesting matchup.
No, yeah, because you had a bat. Was it Batgirl or Hunt? No, it's Batwoman. She was fighting Sabrina the
Yeah.
Teenage Witch.
See,
Again,
See,
too
here's the thing.
stupid to make up.
Yeah, here's the thing. With Wonder Woman fighting Red Sonja, right? The only way Red Sonja has stand a chance if Wonder Woman doesn't use her powers. Red Sonja is just Conan the Barbarian, but a girl. She doesn't have like super strength or anything like that. Okay, so like, how does that match even work?
It
And
did
when
work,
you
and technically Red Sonja was a Marvel character. So technically Wonder Woman did step into the Marvel universe.
Did Red Sonja have powers in the Marvel universe?
No, because it's the word of Conan the Barbarian. And think about it, it's an Amazon fighter fighting a barbarian big-ass woman fighter.
Yeah, but
It
Wonder
could work.
Woman lives.
It makes more
Wonder Woman lives-
fucking sense than Batwoman fighting Sabrina the Teenage fucking Witch.
Dave, like Wonder Woman lifts a ship. Red Sonja bicep curls. There's a big difference. Like I can lift a helicarrier. Oh, I can bench 220. Fine. How does that work?
Don't ask. I gave you the reason why they fought. They had to charge enough energy for the World Forger to charge his fucking hammer to fix everything.
So if this fight was real, right? Like Superman and Wonder Woman in particular. So Superman goes, just keep punching me, and he's just like taking a massage from Homelander. Well, Red Sonja and Wonder Woman's also doing the same. Okay, right here. Okay, that's how we keep this up for a while. Is it charged yet? Okay, bye. This is what they need to do. But the Joker and the Annabelle one could be interesting.
That was funny. That was just funny. And he actually makes a comment like the doll does move, and he literally because I think at that point, Sonya and Wonder Woman like burst in because the worlds are falling together, and Joker turns to them and he says, "That doll just moved. I swear that doll just moved."
The funny thing is, like, when you put like horror, because like all these ghosts, demons, and things like that in horror movies, right? They use psychological warfare most of the time. How does that would work a complete nutso? Like, how do you psychological warfare a complete nutso? It's like,
I don't know. Let's go, you and me right now. Let's go, you and me right now. Let's go.
Right, I don't know what's going on. I was distracted for a minute.
You're looking on the internet when I'm talking again, aren't you?
I know. No, it's true. But I realised a minute and a half ago I'd lost the thread of what you were saying, and at a certain point I was like, right, I'll dip back in. But now it sounds like you're about to get into fisticuffs.
So we put up the point, like, if Joker's facing Annabelle, because that's an interesting matchup. Because most in horror movies, like these ghosts and demons kind of thing, play psychological warfare on regular people. How will that work against a complete nutso?
So I'm saying, right, let me and Cap, we do this right now then.
So what you're saying? What would the Joker be like if a ghost haunted him?
Yeah,
I think he'd like it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: he wakes up dreaming that his face went off, and he would be like, "Yeah, I do that on a Tuesday for real, not just dreaming it."
Yeah, I did that already. Let's move on.
But like, so the thing is, if you get something like Annabelle or any of these things, or Megan, or when you have like an evil doll or something. The people run away. The Joker would just go and rip its head off. It would be done quite quickly. Whereas people would be like, did that doll move? And they'd run away. Joker would just run.
Because it's on one of the pages. He's just sat there without the Annabelle doll, just having a cup of tea. He's just sat there chatting with the fucking doll.
Yeah, because like if you move a table, the other person, the sane person, would be like, that table just moved. But Joker would be like, yeah, I'm crazy. Of course that table moves. He wouldn't just care. He wouldn't care for all the shenanigans.
Okay, so guys, something else I've got for you here. We've got a few minutes left before I have to wrap things for improv. Where was it? Oh, I've lost it. So yeah, here's something interesting. Apparently, the voice of Amy Rose in Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is going to be Kristen Bell. Do you recognize her, Veronica Mars?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so she's going to be the voice of Amy. And the thing this had me thought, I was like, she was Veronica Mars like 20 years ago or something. And I looked it up, and the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog, the youngest one is the guy that plays Ben Schwartz that plays Sonic is 44. Everyone else that plays these principal characters are between 44 and like in their 60s. Like, why are they casting such old voice actors for this franchise? Because they're going to need to replace them by the time they've done like Sonic 6.
Who needs voice actors
never
anymore?
Ages.
They don't get voice actors. They don't get voice actors anymore. They usually get celebrities to voice animated movies now. Most of the time nowadays, it's voice actors usually now end up being on games or like shows of like animated projects that comes off like in the indie circuit more than anything else now. So yeah,
but Ben Schwartz isn't a famous celebrity.
Could you imagine, like, if we're like sometime in the future, we got like a Sonic 10 or something, and Ben Schwartz is still giving us like the hype, young enthusiasm of Sonic, and then Idris Elba's just going, "Where's your man? I gotta go fight Dr. Eggman."
Oh yeah, this is what I mean.
At that point, they would just AI his voice like they did with James Earl Jones,
54.
which Disney owns.
Idris Elba's like 50 something, 53. Everyone's quite old to be voicing Sonic the Hedgehog characters. It's surprising. Like how? Okay,
Because
how old is Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
But look more Keanu Reeves when he did Shadow.
Well, yeah, he's like 63. It says.
Yeah, Shadow is 63 years old.
They have Idris Elba as Knuckles. That's the weird. I even made it when that movie came out. I was like, oh my god, Knuckles is the manliest character in the movie that came out this year because it was fucking voiced by Idris Elba. How does
but
this
like
happen?
Sonic to me feels like a teenager.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know how
Yes.
Mario.
He's
I
meant to
would
be
say-
16.
Okay, well there you go. So Chris Pratt is 46, and so even if you take a couple of years off of when he first voiced Mario, and he's completely wrong for it, but he's like Mario seems like he's in his mid-40s. Princess Peach, voiced by she's 29. You know, she could be a little bit younger for that character.
She's older
Charlie
than me.
Day
She's
is
older than me.
50. They've got a 50-year-old being Luigi. Jack Black,
getting your
Bowser, he
pants.
can be any age. 56. They get the guy playing Toad is 54. Although actually, Keegan, I didn't know that actor's name. He's really funny.
He is really funny. I like him.
You mean
Bowser
Q or
Jr.
Ryan?
is 39.
Keegan.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Brie Larson will be Princess Rosalina, and she's 36. Yeah, that's
Yay!
yeah. Okay,
She won't be
anything
involved
else
in the press
on your mind, guys?
Yes.
Tell me things.
I played last night. I played Poppy Playtime Chapter 5.
And
Fucking epic.
I don't even know what Poppy Playtime is. This on Steam?
It's on Steam, yeah. So it's kind of like this company went under, all the staff went missing. You play the last employee, and you go back. You get a mysterious tape sent to you, and you go back to the factory. You're chased by monster toys, pretty much. And I thought, like chapter, I think, did you mute it?
No.
Oh, you missed it. But yeah, so chapter 5 came out last night. I streamed it on the channel last night, and honestly, it really did really well because there was a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people out there that were saying that there's a lot of leaks coming out. They leaked the image of a character who's called the Prototype. I never saw it. I stayed away from any leaks, any spoilers, anything like that. But no, it was good. There was good storytelling, nice new characters that we were introduced to, and we did get to see the Prototype. It looks freaking awesome. But I will play the advocate a little bit in that it didn't look like what I thought it would look like, but it still looked amazing for what it was. And that's the point in that we've been building up what this thing looks like now for about 3 years or so. Wow. And no one's really going to be satisfied what it looks like in the end. No, everyone's all built up this image about what it could look like.
What does it play like? Is it like Five Nights at Freddy's?
No. So as you move around, you get this thing called a grab pack, and you use these hands to interact with the world. I mean, you can press on keyboard and that you press the E button to interact, but you can use the grab pack to do things. And then in chapter 3, they kind of expand the grab pack a bit more. So you get different types of hands. So you get like a pressure hand to jump higher, a flare gun, and all these sort of things for it. But each chapter is different as well. So like the first one is just walk in, get chased by the monster. 2, you do a bit more puzzle solving. 3 is really more puzzle solving. 4 expands the story a lot more, and it's really good. I recommend it to anybody, really.
Okay, so what I've just found out is 1, the first one is free on Steam.
Yep.
And 2, according to How Long to Beat, the first one only takes 53 minutes to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can get into this. The second one apparently takes 2.5 hours.
It does.
After that, the third one and the fourth one both say 5 hours. But if the fifth one's only just come out, it doesn't have a time. So how long did you finish 5?
I did finish 5. I finished it in 4 hours.
Okay.
But that's because I was expertly using my expert puzzle solving skills to break the game and break the door. Because I found this out later is that I was just pressing buttons on one of these keypads, and it just went like boop, beep. So I was like, oh. So I pressed the right button the first time, and then I just used the sound. And then later, I was supposed to do this part of the puzzle, so I would go back and do the other bit, and it showed me the code anyway. I was like, oh, well, I already figured out the puzzle. I already figured out the door code, so yay!
That's cool.
Yeah,
David,
yeah.
check out how long will it take? How long will it take to finish Detroit Becoming Human?
That's 9 hours, isn't it?
Wait, Detroit, what's it called?
Detroit Become Human.
Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, I'd say definitely give, if anyone wants to play Poppy Playtime, as David said, it's free. Like the first chapter's free. Definitely go and check it out. It is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, okay. Detroit Become Human is 12 hours.
I could beat Ocarina of Time in that time.
Wait, but so what's the point? Why that one?
No, it's just I was like comparing like how would you feel about it, considering that most of the games I play, David goes like, it's too long, I can't finish it.
No, 12.
This game will also.
I've heard that Resident Evil 9 is a significantly longer game than past ones.
Mm.
But even then, it's like 18 hours or 19 hours or something. So be it, right? That's fine.
Resident Evil was fine. Like with Detroit, the problem is that you got many storyline options. It's not really a fun gaming game. It's more of an interactive storytelling game. So you have like every choice leads to different outcomes and things like that.
Why are new games?
It's not
really a fun game, but
yeah, it's not. I thought it was gonna be something like more like detective adventures, like with like Sherlock and Black Sad and things like that. But it wasn't that. It was very story driven. I mean, Danny also played this game and he really enjoyed it because like he got all the endings and things like that. For me, I had a huge problem because this game shifts between characters through the story as you progress through the story. And the problem with that is that you can never play one character to his full motivation if you want all those characters to survive. When you go through the first playthrough, you're playing as the robot that hunts the robots that rebel or break away from the programming. But those robots are also the good guys, or you're playing as the good guys and then you play as this robot hunter, but you don't want him to actually find the clues because the good guys of that people will get hurt, but you don't also want them to get fired. So you're in this constant battle of I can't fully do my role as this character because I'm shifting between perspective and I want all the characters to survive. And it was a miserable experience because of that.
Okay. Right, guys, I'm afraid just because of timings, I'm going to have to begin to wrap tonight.
Okay.
But the one thing I will say, just because it came up from when I went to the main screen, it says here, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, 51 hours to complete. But if you want to do it all, it's 174 hours.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. I'm just gonna play and hopefully annoy Cap as much as possible by playing it last.
Do you know, I just wish either make the whole game, or just make a sequel. Because it really bugs me that it's like, oh, I want to.
Because okay, I will defend this game, dude. Because here's the thing. Game.
Here we go.
This game is an experience. If you want to live in a fantasy world as a supernatural swordsman, here you go. Explore away. You have a plot. You can finish that game plot in like pretty easy, pretty fast if you just follow the plot. But if you want to explore and do all this fantasy shit that you like to do, then you got this entire world filled with mysteries and exploration and side quest. Have at it.
Yeah, just make a sequel.
He threw a ball I'm going to swing. You're saying about playing as a fantasy swordsman in games, mate? Yeah. Fable 2, Fable 3, Elder Scrolls Morrowind, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Skyrim, Remastered, Baldur's Gate 2, Baldur's Gate 3.
They are also ridiculously big. They are also ridiculously big.
I know, but they're not as good.
Okay. The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim Special Edition. Main story, 26 hours. Completionist, 204 hours.
I'm working to that. I'm working on it.
Right, I just don't have the time. Right, but I wish I
Fable
did.
is getting a reboot, right? Fable is getting a reboot.
Right, and on that
Yeah.
note, guys, Cap, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Short Beats, where I sing, I dance, I throw myself in a bucket, and I work with puppets. And you can watch a brand new Valentine sketch, or you can watch me give Disney princesses as waifus to the Primarchs of 40K. So go check Short Beats out, and you can see me here on numerous shows.
Dave.
You can find me here on numerous shows as well, and check out my YouTube channel, as I said earlier, where Dave MC Gaming, where I recently did a Poppy Playtime live stream of Chapter 5, so definitely go and check that out. There's a highlights video as well if you want to see the little bits of the moments from it as well, and there's other live streams that happen on Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Check out my merch store, and yeah, play Chapter 5, or play Poppy Playtime.
And my name is David Psansky. Find me at Geek Battle on all the platforms, or most of the platforms. But follow Geek Battle and Geek Battle Gaming and the new Geek Battle channels, which are starting up very soon. So look out for those, but I'll give more details soon. Ooh. Right, and so with that, until next time, stay safe, always stay extreme, live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Nanu, nanu, and we're off the air.